Hello everyone. Uh, this is lecture number 19 on network theory, and today's topic is passive filter circuits. Now, in last lecture, I discussed about transfer function and pole and zeros of impedance function or transfer function. So the S domain ratio of the Laplace transform of output, that is the response, to the Laplace transform of the input, that is the source or excitation, when all initial conditions are zero, is known as transfer function. Now transfer function depends on what is defined as the output signal. So transfer function can be written as Hs equal to Ys by Xs. Here Y and X can be voltage and current. In that case, all initial conditions are zero, and that is in polynomials and which can be a complex number. So it can be written as h of j omega if we put s equal to j omega, that is h of j omega at angle of some phi. Now the roots of the denominator of transfer function, the roots of the denominator polynomial of the transfer function are called the poles of Hs, and the value of s at which Hs becomes infinitely large. And the roots of the numerator polynomial of the transfer function are called zeros, and the values of s at which Hs becomes 0. So this is the two logic and two point that you have to remember. Now, frequency response. The transfer function is useful tool to compute the frequency response of a circuit, that is the steady state response to a varying frequency or sinusoidal source. The magnitude and phase of the output signal depend only on the magnitude and phase of the transfer function. The frequency response analysis is used to analyze the effect of varying source frequency on circuit voltages and currents. Now the circuit's response depends on the type of elements we are using, the way the elements are connected, and the impedance of the elements. Now frequency selective circuits is a circuits that pass to the output only those input signals that reside in a desired range of frequencies. So frequency selective circuits can be constructed with the careful choice of circuit elements, their values and their connections. Frequency selective circuits are also called filters. Now filters attenuate, that is weaken or lessen the effect of any input signals with frequencies outside a particular frequency. Now, frequency selective circuits also called passive filters because their filtering capability depend on the passive elements RLC. So we can have passive filter and active filter also. In active filters we will have some active devices like transistor, op amps, which will be connected with RLC obviously to get a active filter. The signal passed from the input to the output fall within a band of frequencies called passband. Frequencies not in circuit's passband are in its stop band. The filters are categorized by the location of the passband. Now, one way of identifying the type of filter circuit is to examine the frequency response plot. Now, it has two parts. One is the magnitude plot, h of j omega versus frequency, and another one is the phase plot, that is the plot of theta or phi j omega versus frequency. Now, a filter is a circuit that is designed to pass signals with desired frequencies and reject or attenuate others. Or else we can say a filter is a frequency selective circuit, that means whose transfer function, that is output by input ratio, is depends on the frequency. Now there are basically four types of filters are there. Low pass filter, which passes low frequencies and stops high frequencies. High pass filter passes high frequencies and rejects low frequencies. Band pass filter passes frequencies within a frequency band and blocks or attenuates frequencies outside the band. And band stop filter passes frequencies outside a frequency band and blocks or attenuates the frequencies within the band. Okay. Now these words can be represented by a figure. Okay. Now a figure is very important because one figure is basically 1000 words. more than 1000 watts anyway. So for low pass filter, what we can see, this is the magnitude plot J omega, and this is your frequency in omega. So what we can see here, that up to omega c this value is high, and after that it becomes 0. That means it is passing 0 to omega c. This frequency passes 0 to omega c frequencies range, and it blocks after that. So this is an example of low pass filter. High pass filter is nothing but same plot, magnitude plot, where we can see that the pass band is greater than omega c to some value. So this is your pass band, and this is your stop band. Here it is stop band, it is pass band. So this is high pass filter, that will be started from some value omega c, and it will pass up to some value. Now band pass filter is nothing but it will pass the frequency within the range omega 2 minus omega 1. This range it passes, and others it stops. For stop band, within the range that is omega 1 to omega 2, it stops and it passes the other range frequencies. So what we can see here, that in low pass, high pass, we have pass band and stop band, and we have one pass band and one stop band. In case of band pass filter, we have one pass band, two stop bands, and in case of band stop filter, we have two pass band and one stop band. Okay. Now, say for magnitude, what will be the value? So for low pass, what we can see, at omega equal to 0, value is 1. Okay. And for omega equal to infinity, value is 0. Okay. And for high pass, omega equal to 0, value is 0, 0, and at omega equal to infinity, h of infinity, that is 1. That is 1. Okay. And for band pass, what we can see, for 0 and infinity, both are 0, 0. Right. So what we can see, for band pass, omega 0, omega infinity, both are 0, 0. And for band stop, at 0 it is 1, at infinity it is also 1. So we can say 1, 1. Now this is the value of, at omega c, what is the value? That should be 1 by root 2. That means it should fall to its 70.7% of the value. Okay, so that is the point, or minus 3 dB point. Okay, if this is written in dB, so 20 log of gain, that is equal to 0 minus 3 dB, that point, that value is 1 by root 2. Similar, we had 1 by root 2, but in this case it will be 1 only. Okay, and in this case it will be 0 only. Okay, because this is go like this, so we have to take here to almost close to 0, and it will go like this, so here it will be almost 1. So now say filter frequency response, LPF. Suppose we have a LPF, so this is the plot, 1 at 0 and 0 at infinity. So it is the plot. Now here what happened, we have said frequencies, different frequencies are there, low frequency, higher than higher. So as we increase this way, this direction, as we go this direction, frequency increases. And so if we apply low pass filter, say this will allow only this blue section, so it is allowing blue section, and it start attenuating this red the magnitude is this much, but here it attenuates, it weakens to almost 50% is less, again it is less, so it is blocking the other part. Similarly, for a high pass filter, say it is blocking this, and it is passing this high frequency range properly, and it is blocking the low frequency range. For band pass filter, say it is passing this range of frequency and blocking or attenuates other range of frequencies. Similarly, for band stop, it stops a band of frequencies, okay, and it passes other band of frequencies. Okay, so these are the four type of filters. Now we have to understand what is cutoff frequency. That is, low pass and high pass filter have one pass band, one stop band, which are defined by the cutoff frequency that separates them. Band pass filter passes an input signal to the output when the input frequency is within a band of frequency defined by the two cutoff frequencies. Okay, and band reject or band stop filter passes a input signal to the output when the input frequency is outside the band defined by two cutoff frequency. So the cutoff frequency is the frequency either above which or below which the power output of a circuit such a line amplifier or filter is reduced to half of the passband power, and this is already we have seen in case of your resonance circuit, and that is called half power point. This is the equivalent to a voltage or amplitude reduction to 70.7% because we have to go down by 1 by root 2, okay, of the passband because of V square is proportional to P. Now this happens to be close to minus 3 decibel point, so cutoff frequency is frequently referred to as minus 3 dB point. So according to that, what we can write that output V0 j omega c equal to the transfer function into Vi. Okay, so output by input equal to transfer function. So output equal to transfer function into Vi, and here what happened, that will be 1 by root 2 of H max or 1 by root 2 of V0 max. Okay. Now say there is one plot that is called Bode plot. In that case, what happened? We have to plot. This is the common way to describe the frequency response. It's called Bode plot. Now Bode plot is a log-log plot of amplitude versus frequency and a linear log plot for phase versus frequency. Right? Here it is showing magnitude plot. Now it is an example of low pass filter. Okay. So here we are taking this frequency in log scale and gain also. We are taking gain in dB, so 0. So this is the 0 dB, and cutoff frequency means we have to go down minus 3 dB. That is the point. So that is your cutoff frequency. Okay. Now say low pass filter example, passive circuit, that can be a series RL circuit or series RC circuit. Now this is a series RL circuit, simple series R, L and R, we have to take output from R. So it will act as low pass filter. Now how? For that we have to see the basic concepts, that is V0 is what? Nothing but voltage drop across R. Input voltage is Vi. So what is the voltage at V0? That is equal to voltage divider rule you have to apply. That is V0 equal to R divided by R plus SL. Okay, in Laplace domain, R divided by R plus SL into Vi. Right? Same branch resistance divided by total branch resistance. So what we will get, V0 by Vi as R by R plus SL. Right? Now we have to find out the coefficient of the highest power of S as equal to unity. So for that we have to divide it by L, numerator and denominator. Then we will get R by L, S plus R by L. Right? Now we can put S equal to j omega, so we will have j omega here. Now this R by L is called cutoff frequency. Okay. So now for that, say magnitude and phase from this particular expression, what will be the magnitude will be what? R by L divided by root of, here we have j term, so omega square plus R by L whole square, and theta, that is the phase angle, is minus tan inverse of R by omega by R by L, okay. Omega by R by L or omega L by R. Okay. Why minus? Because here this is a real number. Okay, so that angle, this is 0, and here we have this part will go up, so minus of tan inverse this. Okay. Now for to find out the cutoff frequency, what we can write, that this was the magnitude, that should be equal to 1 by root 2. Now if you solve it, you will get omega c equal to R by L. Okay, so this is your cutoff frequency, and this particular expression, how you can write. Now if we write omega R by L as omega 1, so that is omega 1, and if we divide by omega 1, then it will be 1, and here it will be 1 plus j omega by omega 1. Okay. So 1 by 1 plus j omega by omega 1 or omega c. Yes, we have to write here omega c because R by L is the omega c. Okay. Now, how to find out the point that this is nothing but a low pass filter? Now, for that, if you find that this is the expression of Hs, if you consider 0 and pole, now where is the location of 0? 0 is at infinity. Okay, but let us see where is the location of pole. Pole is at S equal to minus R by L. Okay. And 0 is at infinity, right? And from here we can say that when omega equal to 0, right, when omega equal to 0, what happens? These terms become 1, right? And when omega becomes infinity, what happens? 1 by infinity is 0. So it is nothing like this particular low pass function. Okay. Say for an example, choose say values of R and L in series RL circuit such that the resulting current circuit could be used in an electrocardiograph to filter out the noise above 10 Hz frequency and pass the electric signal from the heart at or near 1 Hz. Choose L equal to 100 millisecond, millifarad, millihenry. Then compute the magnitude of V0 at 1 Hz, 10 Hz and 50 Hz to see the filter performance. Okay. Now say inductor L is given, cutoff frequency is given as 10 Hz. Okay. Therefore, omega c is nothing but 2 pi fc, that is 20 pi radian per second. Now, omega c is nothing but R by L. L is given. So, what is the R? R is nothing but omega c L. So, 6.28 ohm. Now, we can find out the transfer function. So, transfer function is R by L to the power of omega square plus R by L whole square. So, if we put value of R by L, omega square and R by L whole square, okay, we will get this particular expression. Now, in that expression, if we put the value of frequency 1, then what we can, and V input say 1, so we are considering V input as 1 volt only. Okay, 1 volt only. Okay, so if frequency is f equal to 1, if Vi is 1 volt, V naught we can find out that will be 0.995. That means it passes the 1 hertz frequency. Now when it becomes 10, it is 0.707. That is the 70.7% of the maximum value. That means what? That is the cutoff frequency. Okay, at 50 it is blocking the 50 hertz frequency, very small. That means what? This filter is passing 1 to 10 hertz and blocking above 10 hertz. Okay. Now say RC filter. Now RC filter, in that case what happen? We have R and C here. Okay. So now we have to find out V out. V out will be equal to what? Nothing but 1 by j omega c divided by R plus 1 j omega c into Vi. So Vi I can take it to the left hand side. Then we will get this particular expression if we put j omega. Okay. So now we can write this term as 1 by RC over omega square plus 1 by RC whole square. Okay. And similarly, that minus tan inverse omega RC, that is the phase angle. Now in that case what happens? At zero frequency, the impedance capacity, the inductor reactance of the capacitor is infinite. The capacitor acts as open circuit. So what happens? This is open circuit. No current will flow through resistance. So V in equal to V out. Okay. And at infinity, capacitor acts as short circuit. So voltage across V out will be 0. That means what? At low frequencies, it is our V out equal to V in. So it is having high value. Gain will be high, and at higher frequency, it goes gain goes down. So to find out the omega c, we have to take this magnitude equal to 1 by half root 2. We will get omega c equal to 1 by RC. Now similarly, if you observe here, you will get the expression of low pass filter as 1 by 1 plus j omega by omega c, where if we put omega equal to 0, what happens? It will be 1. If we put omega equal to infinity, okay, so this is infinity means 1 by infinity means 0. So at 0 it is 1, at infinity it is 0, so it is a low pass filter. So for general low pass filter, RL circuit or RC circuit, okay, what we can see, for RL the time cutoff frequency R by L, and for RC it is cutoff frequency 1 by RC, and general form is 1 by 1 plus j omega by omega c, or in HS we can write as omega c divided by S plus omega c. Okay. So the location of pole is here, S equal to minus omega c. Okay. So that means here we have 0 at infinity. That means at infinity, for low pass filter, 0 is at infinity. So at omega equal to infinity, low pass filter is value is shorted, or it is 0. Out the transfer function becomes, output becomes 0 at S equal to infinity, because 0 is at infinity. Okay. And so this is the point. Logic is, for low pass filter, 0 is at S equal to infinity. So at infinity it will be 0. Okay. And for 0 it will be higher value. Now this is the frequency response. So we have the pass band, this is your stop band attenuation, that is in minus 20 dB per decade attenuation. This is written in dB, gain equal to 20 log of V out by V in, so that is 0 dB. We can go minus 3 dB point, that will be your cutoff frequency. And phase is 0 first, then it goes down to minus 20 degree at infinity. Okay. So now this second order low pass filter. Now this is your first stage RC stage, second stage RC stage. Okay. So two low pass filter connected in cascade. It will provide us the second order low pass filter. Okay. And second order means, so for first order low pass filter, the slope is minus 20 per decade. This is the slope of attenuation. If order is increased, this slope will increase by multiplying factor of n. N is the order, so that is n into minus 20 dB per decade. That means for second order system, the slope will be minus 40. It will be more steeper. Okay. So for that passive low pass filter, FC will be 1 by root 2 whole to the power n, and we can find out the second order corner frequency as FC equal to 1 by 2 pi root of R1 C1 into R2 C2, and the second order low pass filter 3 dB frequency is FC root of 2 to the power 1 by n minus 1. That is the point you have to remember. Now here you have this low pass filter. This is your first order filter. Attenuation is minus 20 dB, but for second order filter, its attenuation is minus 40 dB per decade. Okay, and we can see there is a little shift of FC value. Okay, now let us see high pass filter. It also has this RC and RL circuit. Say for RC, now C is here, R is connected here, and across R we have to see the output. Now if you want to find out the HS, that is the transfer function, voltage across R, so R divided by R plus 1 by SC, okay, into V in, Vi or V in, it is equal to V out. V out by V in is HS, so this is the impedance function, we can say. So now HS equal to, if you solve it algebraically, you will get HS equal to nothing but S divided by S plus 1 by RC. Okay. Now in that case, what we can see, there is a 0 at S equal to 0. That means at omega equal to 0, transfer function is 0. So output is 0. Okay. That means at omega equal to 0, output is 0, and so it will increase after that. and it will reach to some maximum value. So this is nothing but at low pass filter 0 at infinity. So at infinity it is 0, so it will be high in previous value at low value. And for high pass filter 0 at 0 position is omega equal to 0. That means at omega equal to 0 output is 0. At infinity it goes to some high value. Okay. Now for this circuit we can say at 0 omega equal to 0 capacitor acts as open circuit, so no current will flow, right? So there is no voltage drop across R, so V0 is 0. When infinity omega is infinity, capacitor short circuit, then what happened? V out will be equal to V in. There is no drop, it is Vi equal to V in. Okay. Now this is the expression that we got, S by S plus 1 by RC. We can put S equal to omega j omega, we can get here. From that we can find out the omega by this term as magnitude plot. And phase, what happened to phase? Now here this phase, this is omega. Now this is nothing but plus j omega term is there at denominator numerator. So this will be at 90 degrees. So 90 degree minus tan of this omega RC value. Okay, because we have j omega term, h term. That's why my 90 degree. In low pass filter don't have h term here. Here we have this omega c term. That is the cutoff frequency. There is no s. So there is only minus tan inverse term, not 90 degree minus that. Okay. So now for RL circuit, it is nothing but RL. We have to connect. We have to observe the output from L. So if you write the equation, so voltage divider rule. So that is SL divided by R plus SL into VI. So out equal to that. So V out by V in equal to this one. So HS equal to, now you can find out this S by S plus R plus L. So you can put it J omega. So magnitude will be omega by root of omega square plus R by I whole square. And we can have this particular that equal to 1 by root 2. So we'll have omega C equal to R by L. Okay. And in previous case that is 1 by RC. Okay. So for high pass filter, what is the main point? RC circuit. Now C and R, here R and L. Okay. Now we can write for RC circuit also, and low pass high pass for both cases. The cutoff frequency for RC is omega C is 1 by RC, omega C for RL circuit is R by L. Both are same for low pass and high pass, but for low pass the transfer function is omega C by S plus omega C. For high pass, S by S plus omega C, and here it is 1. So now we can find out this value. So if we put S equal to j omega and j omega here, and if you divide by j omega again, then it will be 1 1. Now here we will have omega C divided by j omega. So omega C by omega, and 1 by j, that is nothing but minus j. So we will get 1 by 1 minus j omega C by omega. Now from that particular point, what we can see, that if we put omega equal to 0 here, okay, that means what? Something by 0, something by 0 is infinity, 1 by infinity is nothing but 0. So we have 0 at omega equal to 0. If it is infinity, something by infinity, that will be equal to 0. Now 1 minus 0, so 1, 1, 1, that will be 1. So it will be high. Okay, so that is the concept of low pass and high pass filter. So this is the frequency response. Okay, similarly at 0 it is 0 and it is goes to higher value, and this is your 0 dB, gain is 20 log V out by V in. If you from 0 to go to minus 3 dB point, that is your cutoff frequency, and it will start from 90 degree then goes to 0. Okay. Because here it is start from 90 degree minus angle, so 90 degree to that value started from 90 degree, and for this case it is started from 0 and goes to negative, because yes, this is negative value, and it will start from 0. So 0 to some negative value. So it is going from 0 to some negative value. Okay, and here for low pass filter, for high pass filter, it is 90 degree, then goes to 0. 90 degree minus some value, so goes to 0. 90 to 0. Okay. Now similarly, second order high pass filter also possible to make. Nothing but we have to connect the cascading. We have to connect this low high pass filter in cascade. First stage, second stage, third stage. We can get this, and this cutoff frequency formula is same like 1 by 2 pi R1 C1 R2 C2, same like low pass filter, second order low pass filter. So this is your first order 20 dB per decade attenuation. Here it is 40 dB. So that means what you can see, this becomes, for second order it becomes more steeper. Okay, that means it it rejects the unwanted frequencies more faster way. Okay, so now the basic remarks: the components and connection of LPF and HPF are identical, but the choice of output is different. Okay. We are taking for RL and RC circuit, we are taking from where we are taking the output, that we have to consider. The filtering characteristic of a circuit depend on the definition of the output as well as circuit components, values and connections. The cutoff frequency is similar whether the circuit is configured as LPF or HPF. Okay. Now say bandpass filter. The bandpass filter is essential for application where a particular band of frequencies need to be filtered out from a wide range of mixed signals. There are three important parameters in bandpass filter: cutoff frequency or center frequency, and two cutoff frequencies, bandwidth, quality factor. Now these are already we have seen in case of resonance circuit. Resonance circuit also acts as bandpass filter, okay, or bandstop filter. Now ideal bandpass filters have two cutoff frequencies, omega C1, omega 2, omega C2, which identify the pass band. Omega C1, omega C2 are the frequencies for which the magnitude of the transfer function equals 1 by root 2. Same concept we are using again. And center frequency defined as the frequency for which a circuit's transfer function is purely real, also called the resonant frequency. So this is the resonant concept of resonance come into picture for band pass and band stop filter. The bandwidth beta tells the width of the pass band. The quality factor is the ratio of the center frequency to the bandwidth. If you remember that, the resonant circuit, the quality factor describes the shape of the magnitude plot independent of frequency. Now this is say RLC series circuit, okay, that can work as a band pass filter. Here we are taking output from 0. Now sorry, output from resistance. Now when 0 frequency omega equal to 0, what happened? Capacitor acts as open circuit, inductor acts as short circuit. Then what is happening here? This is open, so no voltage will come across the resistors, so output voltage is 0. Okay. Now when omega equal to infinity, what happens? Your capacitor becomes short circuited, but inductor becomes open circuited. That means again at omega equal to infinity, output voltage should be 0. That means it is 0 at omega 0, at omega infinity it is also 0. That means it may have some peak value at middle of that. Okay, so between omega 0 and omega infinity, what happens? Both capacitor and inductor have finite impedances. Voltage supplied by the source will drop across L and C, but some voltage will also reach R. Note that the impedance of capacitance is negative, whereas impedance of inductor is positive. At some frequency, the impedance of C and the impedance of L have equal magnitude and opposite sign cancel out, okay, causing V0 to equal to V1 I. This is the resonant condition, okay, and we can find out this resonant frequency that already you know. Now this is the plot of the band pass filter. We have this omega C1, omega C2, which value is 1 by root 2 of the maximum value. This is 1.0, it is nothing but 1 by root 2, and that point, this is your bandwidth, and we have this 90 degree to minus 90 degree phase plot. So now if we try to find out the transfer function, what you do, we have to take output from R. So R divided by total resistance R plus SL plus 1 by SC. Now if we solve it, we will get this particular expression, s r by l divided by s square plus s r by l plus 1 by lc. Now here what we can see, again we can see there is a 0 at s equal to 0, right? 0 at s equal to 0. That means what? At omega equal to 0, output will be 0. That is the first condition of your output is 0 of band pass filter. Okay, and we have some pole here. Okay, so 0 point is clarified. Now if we put s equal to j omega, we will get this particular expression. From that we can find out the magnitude value and phase value. Now here also, as we have a 0 here, or we have the s term here at numerator, so we have j omega term here, so we have plus 90 degree, 90 minus this value. That is why it is started from plus 90 minus we are going down. Okay, now center frequency, what? Nothing but the resonant frequency. That means inductance of capacitor and inductor should be equal, or the summation is 0. From that it will can, the imaginary part is equal to 0. So for that we can find out omega 0 is over 1 by LC, that already you have seen in resonant circuit, and omega 0 is nothing but omega C1 into omega C2. Okay. Now bandwidth is nothing but R by L, Q is nothing but omega 0 by beta. Okay, beta is the bandwidth, or Q equal to omega L divided by omega 0 L divided by R, or this one. That those value already you have seen in resonant frequency, resonant circuit. Now say bandpass filter for parallel RLC circuit. Now previous was uh, series RLC circuit, output taken from resistance. Here we have parallel, that means LC in parallel, we have R in series with that. So here we can have this LC in parallel, so that is SL into 1 by SC divided by SL plus 1 by SC, that is the impedance of this. Okay, now this is in series with R, so that will be, and voltage drop across, this is the you have to find out. So this is your Z1, say this is the first term across this divided by R plus Z1. Okay, so Z1 divided by R plus Z1. Then if you solve it, we will get this expression. Now again you can see there is a 0 at s equal to 0. That means at omega equal to 0 it is 0. So this is, again it can be specified that is a band stop filter. And here you can see the omega, that value is 1 by RC. Okay, so from comparing these two circuit, what we can see that the expression is R by L S here, S into 1 by RC. Okay, so beta value is nothing but here R by L, and here beta value is 1 by RC. Okay, omega 0 is nothing but 1 root over of 1 by LC. Okay, and what we can write the equation as beta is nothing but R by L for RLC circuit, and for R for series circuit, and for this parallel circuit we have 1 by RC. So that is beta S divided by S square plus beta S plus omega 0 square. So this is your general transfer function for band pass filter. Okay. Now another example of band pass filter that we can have, okay, that is, this is your high pass filter and this is your low pass filter. This part is high pass filter, this part is your low pass filter. If you connect these two, we can get a band pass filter example. This is band pass filter. FC is nothing but, for this case, 1 by 2 pi RC. Okay, that is FC1 1 by 2 pi RC, FC2 1 by 2 pi R1 RC R2 C2, like that. FR equal to root of LH FL into FH, that you have to find out. Now in that case, how it is band pass filter, you can prove it. Say when omega equal to 0, what happened? This is open circuited, right? So nothing will pass here. Okay, so output is 0. At omega equal to infinity, this will be short circuited, right? Again this will be short circuited. Okay, this is short circuited means output voltage become 0. Okay, so again omega equal to 0 0, infinity 0, so we have a maximum value are in middle position. Now this is the bandpass filter response curve plot. This is a bandpass filter. We have this bandwidth, which is the frequency response, lower cutoff frequency, high cutoff frequency, that is found 0 dB line, that is 20 log V out by V in, minus 3 dB, where it cuts. From there you can plot this FL and FH. Okay, and this is your some center frequencies here. Okay, now it is started from plus 90, it reached to minus 90, and omega at omega r or resonant frequency it will be 0. It becomes resistive. Now say for an example, a band pass filter you have to compute it, that for that pass band should be 1 kilohertz to 30 kilohertz. Okay, assuming that resistors, both the resistors have 10 kilo ohm value calculated to a capacitors. So what is the formula? C1 equal to, main formula is FL equal to 1 by 2 pi R1 into RC. So this high pass filter stage decide the lower cutoff frequency, and lower. So this is your high pass type, and this is your low pass type response. So high pass type decide your lower cutoff frequency, and low pass type low pass type defines your higher cutoff frequency. So for that, this FL is equal to 1 by 2 pi R1 into R into RC1. For that, FL is known, that is 1 kilohertz. So C1 we can find out. Similarly, C1 FH is nothing but 1 by 2 pi RC2. R is the same value. So you can find out C2 because FH is given as 30 kilohertz. So we got the value of R1 C1, RC1, R2 C2. So that is the bandpass filter example. Now band reject filter attenuates voltages at frequencies within the stop band, which is between omega C1 and omega C2 to cutoff frequency. It passes frequency outside the stop band. So it also has center frequency to cutoff frequency bandwidth quality factor, similar to band pass filter. Now in case of RLC circuit, if you remember that we are taking from resistance, we are taking the output. When we are taking output from resistor, L and C is connected here, then we are getting the band pass filter. Now if we take output from this L and C, we will get band reject filter. How? Because band reject filter means at omega equal to 0, what happens? The capacitor acts as open circuited, inductor short circuited. That means there will be no current flow, and capacitor is short open circuited means whatever the output voltage that will come across the capacitor, or whatever the input voltage that will come across the capacitor. So that is the same. So output is 1. Okay, high. Now at infinity, inductor acts as open circuit, capacitor acts as short circuit. So as inductor become open circuit, output voltage will be equal to input voltage. Okay, so it is again high. So in between there will be some lower value. Okay, so the center frequency is at j equal to omega 0. Omega 0 is the resonant frequency. Okay, now this is the plot of the frequency response. So this is your omega c1, omega c2 to cutoff frequency at 1 by root 2 power of point or minus 3 dB point. Okay, this is the phase plot. Now if from here what you can see, if we find out the transfer function, it will give like say SL plus 1 by SC. So here what you can see, we have quadratic equation at numerator, quadratic equation at denominator, right? And this quadratic equation a square plus 1 by LC, that means it lies on the imaginary axis. Okay, s equal to plus minus j 1 by root of LC. Okay, so from that if we put s equal to j omega, we can find out this, we can find out the magnitude response and the value of phase angle also. Okay, That is, here we have this omega r by L term divided by this 1 by LC omega square y by L y by r, imaginary part divided by real part. So, and your similar to that center frequency is nothing but when this capacitor and inductor reactance cancel each other. So, according to that, you will get omega 0 equal to root of 1 by LC, and similar formula omega 0 is root of omega C1 into omega C2. Bandwidth is nothing but R by L. Okay. And quality factor is omega 0 by beta bandwidth or omega 0 L by R. So, same formula. Now, if we now we can have another circuit of band reject filter, that is nothing but here without taking the output from R and L and C, that we can connect here in parallel, and resistance we can make here, and we can take output from this resistance. Now if you then solve it, what you will get at omega equal to 0, what happened? Capacitor is open circuited, right? That means across R, what is the voltage? This is open, this is open here. So the output voltage will be the input voltage only. And for infinity, inductor is open circuited. Then across R, this will be the same as voltage of input voltage. Now for comparing both gives us the same type of relation. Only point is here we will get R by LS, here we will get S by RC. Okay. So beta value changes R by L and 1 by RC. Now similar to that particular expression of band reject filter, what we see here, we have S square plus omega 0 square term, right? Then S square plus beta S plus omega 0 square. Here beta is 1 R by L or 1 by RC. So S square plus omega 0 square divided by S square plus beta S plus omega 0 square. So this is the basic transfer function of band reject or band stop filter. Here we have a quadratic equation. Both numerator denominator has quadratic equation, and if we have a 0 at imaginary axis, zeros at imaginary axis. That is, location will be plus minus j 1 by root of LC. So So, and for band pass filter, that is not quadratic equation at numerator, if you remember that. Okay, that is beta s by this. That means here we have 0 at s equal to 0, omega equal to 0. Okay, at omega s, beta s, that means the 0 is at omega equal to at 0 point. S at 0, at 0 we have s equal to 0, we have 0. That means at omega equal to 0, it is output is 0. So it is started from 0. Can be a, and we have a this particular expression of at denominator. Okay, so here it is 0 order numerator, but for band pass filter, but for band stop filter it is nothing but second order. Okay, now say some application of filter circuits. There are lots of application. I'm just telling you some one or two points. uh, High pass filter are often used in speakers to filter out bass, bass from an audio signal being sent to Twitter, which could be damaged by the low frequency bass signal. Okay. They are also used to remove DC offset or DC bias from a signal, which could DC offset means 1 hertz, 2 hertz frequency. Okay. That means we have to use high pass filter to remove that, which could otherwise harm amplifiers and other electronic devices. In contrast, low pass filters can be used to filter out high frequency signals in audio being sent to subwoofers that can efficiently reproduce the high frequency parts of the audio signal. Now they are also used in devices such as in tone knob of an electric guitar to filter out treble or an analog synthesizer. A notch filter, which is also called, which is nothing but the band stop or band reject filter, are used to filter out a specific range of frequencies For example, to filter out interference of a particular frequency, band pass filters do the opposite and will filter out everything but frequencies in a narrow range, and are thus used in radios to tune into a specific frequency. So filters are used in electronic systems, okay, in TV, in radio systems, in audio amplifier systems, everywhere. So that depend on the application. If you require to remove some range of frequency, either you can use low pass, high pass, depend on the your frequency, or suppose if you want to mm, remove a band of frequency, then you can use band stop filter. If you want to pass a particular band of frequency, then you have to use band pass filter. According to that, you have to design, okay, and you have to find out the proper application. Due to the I mean, depend on the application, you can change your circuit parameter, and you can design filter according to that. Now these are the basically these filters are basically the analog filters, passive analog filter. Okay, now we can have digital filter also. For that, we have to study about digital filter design in subject called digital signal processing. Anyway, so this is it for today.